I even lovable? It's a question that I think a lot of us have asked ourselves at one point or another in our lives, and it's a comment I get frequently on my videos. It'll be a video about a more uplifting subject, something that matters towards motivation, something that matters towards discipline, something that matters toward maybe just viewing life in a more positive light. But the question always comes up: am I even lovable? Am I even worth the love the world tries to share with me? Because frankly, I haven't felt that. I will say this: you get what you give. If you treat the world and look at things with love, if you give the universe love, I promise you, it will speak love into your life. It's not rocket science. If you look around and you think of the more beautiful things in the world, you think about the trees, you think about the walk home from school, you think about the way the trees look today, you think about the way the snow looks and how crazy that is that we keep getting this much snow. You think about the breath of fresh air you get when you walk outside. You think about the buildings that you stand in that were made from scratch. You think about the console or computer that you play on that, again, was crafted from nothing. All of these things have come from the world. All these things have come from the universe. And again, maybe we're talking about relationships here, but I think even in talking about relationships, referring to yourself as unlovable is a one-way ticket to being depressed. As humans, we value connection with the world and connection with others. It's something that's built into our brains, and it's not something that we can push down forever. Even if you're somebody who would be considered a loner by your own standards, I promise you, that crave for any form of companionship or just relationship in general is there, because we are all human. We value the connection we have with each other. We value the connection we have with our family, with our friends, with our girlfriend, with our boyfriend, with our partner, with our dog, with our cat, with our pets, and with all of our loved ones. And we value that of the world. To put it plainly, I want you to search for the love the world has been trying to give you. I'm not talking about searching for, that relationship and going for it every single day and just being like, oh, maybe this one, oh, maybe this girl, oh, no, maybe this guy. No. I mean, going out into the world and looking for something to love about living. You wake up in the morning. The sun hits your eyes through your open window that you left open last night, and it's blinding you. But after a little bit, it doesn't blind you anymore. And you realize you get to wake up to a nice, warm, sunny morning. Maybe it's cold out. I don't know. I can't lie, the snow's been crazy recently. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's the taste of your mom or your dad's cooking. Maybe it's, how nice it feels to put on a good outfit. Maybe it's just the way the fresh air hits your nose when you're on your way home from school. There's so many things that this can tie into, and there's so many good moments to look for that I don't think we look for enough. And in not looking for them, we think that we ourselves are not lovable. But Raleigh, how does this tie into relationships? How does this tie into, the girl of my dreams? How does this tie into the boy of my dreams? Well, I'll say this. Nobody, and I really mean nobody, will willingly want to be around somebody who is miserable all the time. You have to make the conscious effort to believe you are lovable, even if at first you're faking it. You've probably heard this before, but fake it till you make it. If you give love to the things around you, I promise you that love will find its way back, and you'll feel it, and it'll be a feeling you haven't felt in ages, and it'll be refreshing, and it'll be like this dopamine hit, and you'll just keep chasing it, and you'll just keep loving things just to love them. Now, I think love is a strong word, don't get me wrong, but in a way, no matter what race you are, what gender you are, no matter what you identify as, you're lovable. And you're just as lovable as anybody else. You're just as lovable as the guy who has a wife and 3 kids, married in a nice, stable suburban home. You're just as lovable as a homeless guy down the street. You're just as lovable as the woman who is currently working her butt off to try and feed her kids. You're just as lovable as the person who is doing everything in their power to stay alive. Everybody in the world is just as lovable as one another ever since you are born, because you are human. It doesn't matter what makes you different. What does matter is the love that you give out onto the world. And what does matter is the way you view things and the way you view yourself. You can't control how people perceive you. You can't control if people love you or not, if people like you, if they even look your way. The only thing you can control is who you are. The only thing you can't control is your actions and the way that you respond to situations, the way you talk to yourself. I remember when I was going through a pretty rough time in my life, and I won't get too personal, but I literally remember having to move out of my house for a little bit because I just couldn't bear to be at home anymore in this like familiar environment. So I went to my sister's house for a little bit and I slept on her couch. I remember during this period of time feeling like I was unlovable, feeling like nobody would ever love me, and feeling like, you know what, maybe I am destined to be alone forever. Maybe not even in a romantic relationship sense will I ever be truly loved. But I think that's when I started breathing love into my own life. When I took control and I really decided, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to be nicer to myself. I just remember looking in the mirror with tears streaming down my face, and I put on maybe the biggest smile of all time and just told myself that I'm lovable. And that starting now, I will do my best to give out love in my life. Because I have a boundless amount of love. Everybody, you have a boundless amount of love in you. That, in my opinion, the world deserves to see. That the people around you deserve to see. And trust me, when you start breathing that love into your life every single day, the world, the universe, the people around you, you'll see it all start to change a little bit. You'll see it all turn from this, grayscale world, this black and white world that you've built your mind to view, becoming the most colorful hue. So please, maybe do what I did. I don't know. You can give it a go. If you're going through a pretty rough time and you aren't feeling that lovable, and by the way, that's okay to feel like you're not going through the best time. Know that you yourself can make that change, and you yourself can look in the mirror right now and tell yourself that you are lovable. And live your life knowing that not only are you just as capable as receiving love as anybody else, but also knowing that you yourself are capable of giving it out, especially to yourself. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I had a pretty rough day or two with school, so that's why I was, stagnant in doing the dailies. We're going to get back on that, though. Remember, fellas, it's daily uploads every single day. Regardless, though, I do hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, we actually, again, got a promo in every single video. Got a new Discord. It's kind of doing way better than I thought. Like, I thought it'd only be a couple people. We got, like, a lot more people in there than I thought. Like, it's crazy. People talking about their days and, like, their ambitions and, and their own, and their own personal ventures. I think it's really sick. So if you're somebody who, might want a safe space to just talk about your day or ask others about theirs, go to the link in the description and join up. I love this little niche community that we're building, and thank you for 2,000 subscribers. That's a really big number. I can't even believe I'm saying that number right now. Again, I do this because I love to do it. I do this because, maybe if one person's impacted by the things I say, then I've done my job. And you know what? It doesn't even feel like a job. I don't think it ever will, no matter what happens, because I really like doing this, and I really appreciate the support you guys give me. So, again, I appreciate it all. Know you're loved. Know you can choose to be kind today, tomorrow, and the day after, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys later.